All right, we have three problems here, so let's see if we can knock these out. Sorry, I couldn't get to them earlier today. So let's see for problem number 8 here. This is the last video of the 4.5, 4.6 graphing practice. Okay, so first of all, let's notice that this is going to be negative, so we'll worry about that at the end, but we're just going to kind of flip everything. Since it's secant, we're going to do its buddy graph. So g of x equals negative 2 cosine x plus pi over 3. Oh, I hate it when they do pi over 3, minus 1. So amplitude, 2. The midline, y equals negative 1. Why do I think I did this one already? Oh, that was up there. Okay. And what else do we need? We need our period. 2 pi over b, so that's just 2 pi. And our x increments, 2 pi divided by 4 equals pi over 2. And our start, so we're going to go x plus pi over 3 equals 0. So x equals negative pi over 3 is our start. And then our stop, x plus pi over 3 equals 2 pi. So x equals, let's see, what is that? 6 pi over 3 minus pi over 5 pi over 3. Yeah. And since these are pi over 3, let's make our x increments. We can't make it pi over 3, but we can make our x increments 3 pi over 6, right? Because that'd be the same as pi over 2, 3 pi over 6. And that will just kind of help us a bit. So let's come down here and let's get everything in place. So each of these are going to be, this is going to be pi over 6, 2 pi over 6, which is pi over 3. So let's come back here and let's go negative pi over 6 and go negative 2 pi over 6, which is the same as negative pi over 3. So that's going to be our starting point. And then this is 3 pi over 6. 3 pi over 6, 4 pi over 6. Wait, is that 5 pi? That is 5 pi over 3. Okay. Whoa, what happened there? Anyway, 5 pi over 6. Oh shoot, I need to speak this out more. That's going to be pi over 3. Oh shoot. Okay, so I've got to come back here because we don't have enough space. Shoot. So these actually need to go. We'll make these pi over 3. Pi over 3, 2 pi over 3, 3 pi over 3, 4 pi over 3. 5 pi over 3, and then negative pi over 3. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And this is based off of cosine. Our amplitude, we said, is 2. I forgot to draw that in here. Let's do that. Let's draw in our midline. So we're coming off of negative 1. So that is our midline. And we're doing cosine. Cosine normally would go max, midline, minimum, midline, max. Normally that's what would happen. But again, this is negative. So we're going to start at the minimum, right? So because it's negative, instead of starting at max, we're going to start at min and then go up. And our amplitude is 2. So I'm going to come down here from negative 1. I'm going to come down here to negative 3. And I'm going to start, and I'm starting at get that out of the way. My starting point is pi over 3. So here, right here is my starting point at -3 and negative pi over 3, right? Negative pi over 3, amplitude of 2, midline is at -1. So I'm here, and then at 3 pi over 6 is my x increments. That makes it really kind of weird. So that's going to come in here, kind of like right around there, right? And then I'm going to come over here to 2 pi over 3. And that's going to be up 1, 2. That's going to be here. Okay, so this is right here. That's pi over 6, 2 pi over 6, 3 pi over 6, right? And then 1 pi over 6, 2 pi over 6, 3 pi over 6. And then I'm coming down here, 1 pi over 6, 2 pi over 6, 3 pi over 6. So I'm here, and then I'm finishing up on 5 pi over 3. So it's a little tough to find those numbers. And then I'm going to just do a dotted line. And that's my cosine. But that's not what we want. We want secant, right? Ultimately. So first we need to put in our asymptote. So wherever my graph crosses the midline, right there, that's where my asymptotes go. And then we do this in blue. And so here I would have this graph going down. And again, I'm doing one period. Normally you'd see it like this, right? But since we're just doing one period, and that's my starting point, oh geez, I'm coming like this. And then over here, we're coming like this. And then over here, we're doing a half right there. Okay, and then again, we don't have to, but if I wanted to take out my cosine graph, because that's, again, it's that buddy cosine is just to help us know where we put everything in. So it looks something like that. All right. All right, let's get our amplitude. 1/2. Our midline, y equals 0. I'm just going to put that in right away. Amplitude is 1/2. Period. This is cosecant, so I'm sorry, forgot to mention we're doing our buddy graph, right? 1/2 sine 1/2 x minus pi. Okay, so our period is going to be 2 pi divided by 1/2, because that's what b is. This is b, this is a. So 2 pi times 2 equals 4 pi. That's my period. My x increments are 4 pi divided by 4, so pi. All right, start 1/2 x minus pi equals 0. So 1/2 x equals pi. X equals 2 pi. There's my start. And then my end, 1/2 x minus pi equals 2 pi. 1/2 x equals 3 pi. So x equals 6 pi. All right. So here's what we're doing. Sine. So sine, remember, sine starts at max. No, I'm sorry. Sine starts at midline. Then it goes to max. Then it goes to midline. And then midline, max, midline, minimum, and then back to the midline. So sine we're starting here at 2 pi. So let's go pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi, and 6 pi. So start at 2 pi, and what we have, we start at the midline, but our amplitude is 1/2. So I'm going to say this is 1, and this is -1. So I'm going to start here at, at 2 pi. Okay, and then I'm only going up 1/2, and let's see. So I'm 1/2 to my max, down to my midline, down to my minimum, and then back, and then I end at 6 pi. So okay, and then asymptotes. Again, always asymptotes are where our graph crosses the midline. And in this case, yep. Okay. And now to actually do the graph that we want, which is this, I come over here and I'm going to draw a nice horseshoe parabola looking going up, and this one's coming down because it's reciprocal, so it's opposite of the sine graph. And then again, if I wanted to, I could take, oops, I didn't mean to take out my asymptote there. Oh shoot, should have just left well enough alone. Okay, put my asymptote back in there. All right, so there we go. Amplitude of 1/2. We've shifted everything to the right, all that kind of stuff. The period has changed. Okay, last one is cotangent. Oh, so we get to see this. We get to see how a negative affects tangent or cotangent. So first of all, my amplitude is 1/3. I'm going to be really disappointed if somebody puts an amplitude, a negative amplitude, because that means they didn't pay attention to the notes and they didn't pay attention, they didn't watch the videos. But the amplitude's its absolute value of whatever this is, so it's 1/2. All right, midline is y equals 1, and then my period, again, tangent and cotangent, it's pi divided by b, so it's going to be pi over 2. Don't worry about my x-intercepts when I do cotangent, tangent. All I care about is my start. I take 2x equal to 0 since it's cotangent. So x equals 0 and 2x equals pi because cotangent goes from 0 to pi. So x equals pi over 2. Okay, so that's kind of crazy. All right, so we come over here. We'll worry about our amplitude in a minute. Okay, drawing my right here. We'll just do this as, there's my midline at y equals 1. Where's my start? My start is at 0. I'm sorry, my asymptotes. These are my asymptotes. Asymptotes, not start. So I said start and end. I meant this. This is so my starting. This is one asymptote. Getting carried away here, and this is my other asymptote. So here's one at 0, and the other one is going to be at. Let's go by. When you get enough space here, so we gotta go pi over 4, because that's halfway between 0 and pi over 2. And this is going to be pi over 2. And that's my other asymptote. Okay. Halfway between the two asymptotes, that's where we cross the midline. So we know about halfway between 0 and pi over 2 is pi over 4. Now, normally cotangent would start from the upper left and it would end bottom right. But because this is negative, right? Because that's negative, we just kind of flip that. So, I mean, I could draw a table and show you that, but just know that we flip it. Our amplitude is 1/3, so it's down here. I just go down 1/3. Oops, why am I doing that in red? Down 1/3. And I come up here 1/3. Okay? And this has to have this kind of like that look to it. That's not bad.